more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only four, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams. A restless December, feeling I was meant for more than I believed. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I swear I meant to do this. I'm told that love would never lie. Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully aligned. But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in its place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times.
I just think I've heard of several cases, is all I'm saying, that masturbation starts before puberty. Meaning like
Well,
the
yeah. I mean,
right, like the phase of puberty, like before you can ejaculate. You know what I mean? I've
well, yeah. No, well, it's okay. I would say the thing isn't really masturbation. Okay, so yeah, because when you're a little boy,
yes,
you get erections, but you kind of don't
yes,
know what to do with them. And
right,
they're just you get these vicious little boners,
yeah,
and like so you're being class, and you're like, what is happening? So that's before
right.
you know what sex is, but you know that you're all of a sudden you just have this erect. It's like why is this? It's and it makes no sense. And then, but like in
And,
puberty, you start to realize
but then you play with
like
it as one does.
but not in the very beginning. Like the concept of boners happens well before the concept of
Yes,
like
yes.
connecting it
Sexual
to
release.
sex,
Yes, agreed.
because they can happen naturally based upon other stuff, and so
Hmm.
it's just like, what the hell was this?
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
then when your kid's asking, being like, why does this happen?
Right.
Well,
I mean, I wonder if it's just a long time I'm trying to think back. Like for me, it was like a while. Like I played with it for a lot because it felt good, but I
yeah.
never ejaculated. It might have been like a year or two. You know what I mean? It was like a long time. And then when it finally
Oh,
did, I was like, oh my God. Like I thought I broke it
right.
or something. You know what I mean? I thought,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
finally
yeah,
did
yeah.
it too much and then I'm going to go blind or I don't know, whatever, right? It's like,
Oh no, I didn't think anything like yeah, I don't really know. I think I don't really. I'm trying to think because I just remember like going through that phase very early, being like, okay,
yeah,
what is this thing?
right.
And then making that connection, which I think was about 12,
Yep.
11 or 12,
Yeah, mine
because
was
it was like
14, I think, but yeah,
yeah. But that's when I was
I was
first. It was like
late
sixth
bloomer.
grade was when I was like, I was like, okay, because it was the very first time I all of a sudden girls became interesting
Right.
for
And they
some
weren't
random reason.
icky and
Exactly.
they were cured of cooties and they no longer
Right.
had, yes. Agreed.
Well, before I just never paid attention to them, and now it was just like I was drawn, but I still at that point I didn't know why,
Right,
but
right.
and
Yeah, for
then
sure.
you know,
And then
eventually I figured out
I
it was
remember this
sex.
very clearly, and right, it was sex. And this is probably a TMI, but I'm going to share it anyway. It was like I was engaged in relations with my sister's Barbie doll.
What are the mechanics of that?
It's just like a bumping. So it was a Barbie
Like
doll that happened to be
just
naked, and it
like
got me aroused. And so I play with it,
right,
and I would bump it.
obviously.
I would bump into it, like I've seen in the movies, right? Because I've seen people watch like the
Oh,
movies. So I would just bump into it because it felt good. And then
okay,
one day, after I think a year of doing this, one day
right.
it came out, and I
Now,
was like all over the Barbie doll, and I'm like, oh my dear God, what has happened? I literally did not know what the deal
did
was.
each time that after you had bumped your penis against this Barbie doll, did
Yes,
it go back to your sister?
yes. And I feel bad about that
Awesome.
in hindsight.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
should
she
tell
had
her
one of
that
those
now.
bins. I put her. We're live, so she
You-
might be hearing it right now. So.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey,
Sister, sorry. My bad.
okay. What about after you ejaculated
At
all
least it
over?
wasn't
Did
the
At
strawberry
that point,
shortcake.
did you give it back or did you
I
wash it?
I
Or
wiped
did
it. I wiped it off and then put it back in the bin. It was in a bin. It was in a bin of toys. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Of like her
yeah.
toys.
No, that makes it fine.
Uh,
It's good. It makes it fine.
it's
It's
just,
cool.
I don't know.
It makes it all fine.
Oh
No
my
worries.
God, boys are horrible.
Listen.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
well, we also weren't we didn't
We didn't
like
have porn really, right? It was like
right, and we weren't like we didn't have like, we weren't really educated. It wasn't like,
right.
like I wasn't, you know, I I was not able to talk to my dad about that kind of thing. It
Oh
was
yeah,
like
it wasn't that
I
kind of
wouldn't have felt
relationship, right?
no, yeah, it just
Yeah,
was not. It was like,
no,
um it was yeah, like just yeah, not at all.
right.
I guess I mean, because I remember saying something something once where I'd like it was something that was more of like, sometimes I feel this way, whatever. And my father was just like, "Oh, that makes me really uncomfortable,"
Yeah. Why are you talking
or
to me?
something to that
Go
effect. And I was basically like,
go find your mother.
"Okay,"
Go
and
find
it
your
was I was
mother.
like, "Oh, okay," and I just remember like, "Okay," line in the sand.
That's funny. It's funny.
Personal information.
Yeah,
Doesn't want that.
yeah. I had to figure it out. And I thought for the longest time, this is a funny, another funny, for the education thing. I thought humping was something
Mhm.
different from intercourse. I thought humping was like when people just like rubbed on each other or something.
Well, dry humping, that's what it is.
Yeah, I guess I thought dry humping was humping. Whenever someone said, "Oh, we humped," and
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that's-
"Oh, it means you rubbed around. That's cool." Yeah, I have no idea. I'm
Right.
just
Well,
an idiot.
sometimes that is what it means. If you're a
Sometimes.
teenager, sometimes when you say that, that is exactly what you mean. So that's a very easy thing to confuse.
No, there you go.
Um,
But that's it.
um,
I'm
are
glad
we going to help some people?
We
today?
are. Besides,
I
yes,
mean,
taking this trip down
Hey, everybody.
pubescent memory lane.
You know, that was a journey that we went on.
That's right. All right. First question comes from Emma from Altamonte Springs, Florida. Emma says, 30-year-old female. Her ex and her broke up 6 months ago. Today I found out he's dating my mom, who's a 56-year-old female. I felt sick when I heard it. Like betrayal stacked on betrayal. This man knows my family and knows my childhood trauma, and I have a very fraught relationship with my mom. He still crossed that line. And my fucking mom, she didn't even tell me herself. I found it from someone else. How do I even process something like this? Do I cut them both off from my own sanity, or try to keep some kind of weird peace? I really need advice. Emma. Here's a bad thing. Here's a bad thing.
Florida
The first, I know, but the first thing that popped into my head was, well, one of her mom's hot. Like,
Oh, wow. No. Okay, you're awful. So Emma, don't listen to him. Emma,
I don't know why that was.
Wow.
in there. Sorry, Emma.
holy crap. Okay, Florida moms, listen. I can relate.
Yeah.
Not exactly in this way,
Yeah.
but I can relate. You can go ahead and cut them off completely, both of them, no contact right away. You even the you're never ever gonna find a weird piece
Yeah.
with these two narcissistic, self-interested fuckwits. Like that's not ever.
But here's my
gonna
question: is how long did these two date? Like, if they dated for like 2 months, broke up 6 months ago, and he's dating the moms, like, what the fuck ever? Like, how attached are you to this guy?
Clearly. Oh my God! This is the worst take. You're having.
Is
You have
it?
yeah, Vanguard. That is a
I don't.
terrible
I
take.
don't, I don't think this is that big
Okay,
a deal. I
listen,
guess is what
Emma,
I'm saying.
Emma,
Mom
you are
should be
You're
happy.
30 years old. You are an adult, and you have agency. So,
Well, no question.
you know, so you get to choose whether or not you have, you know, these douchebags in your life. You know, they deserve each other. So, my advice to Emma is back slowly into the bushes like Homer Simpson. Like, you know what I mean?
So that's interesting because
It's-
I
well-
do not see this as a big deal. I mean, if they dated for years, like if they were engaged or something like that, I guess that's why I went on that nature relationship, right? If they were engaged and really close, and then it was kind of suggested like maybe she was having an affair with a mom. Okay, maybe a thing, right? But they were only together a few months. They broke up. Been 6 months.
She
I was
specifically
dating the mom.
said she had like in the context of this, she doesn't really come out and say exactly whatever, but she says that he knows my childhood trauma
So what?
and my fraught relationship with my mom.
So what?
And so there could be a whole thing there, and so like
She's
this
not in
is-
the relationship
and so-
anymore, right? If he finds that she's a difficult woman, he'll
Oh
stop
my
dating her
God!
too.
I
Like,
cannot.
what's
This is you. This is
what
a
am I
terrible
missing
take.
here? I
Wow.
don't get what
I'm
the
so
issue is.
Emma. Wow. I'm so glad.
Sorry,
I
Emma. I mean,
That is-
you have
This is
you have
not-
agency,
this is
but
not
like,
okay in any way. No,
It's
this
not
is-
okay.
this is
Okay.
on any level.
I mean,
I don't care.
I just don't like the idea of because of a relationship of two people, they can because this person is
Emma can
my
cut them off. Why can't you cut them off?
she can absolutely can. But I'm saying I'm just trying to envision the scenario, the generic scenario of okay, this person is my X of X or whatever, like A of B, whatever, insert whatever relations exist. Therefore, you can never date them. Why?
Okay,
You know what I mean?
listen,
It is. It's exactly that. Because this is
No,
because my ex is
that's-
dating my mom.
that's
It's
straw
forbidden.
man. But that's not the that is not the situation that we have here. It's not
It is.
saying
What do you mean? It's a situation.
No, the situation is my boyfriend, the relationship that she has with her mom
Yeah.
and the relationship that she had with her boyfriend
Yeah.
and whatever interpersonal dynamics were there, it was probably very inappropriate for the two of them to have gotten
When they
together.
were dating, you mean?
It's her mother and their daughter. Like you just don't do that like to a kid. You don't
You don't
you
do
don't
that
do
to
that.
a
Like-
kid. Okay.
Like if the daughter, if she knew and so basically, and so she went behind the daughter's back and basically was like,
It is.
Yeah, I don't want
It
to tell
is.
her, but I'm like,
I concede it was sleazy of the mom not to say anything, saying, "Hey, by the way, ran into your ex-boyfriend. We seem
right,
to
but
hit
she
it
did
off. We're gonna
not.
start dating." Did not.
Right, that's
That's
what,
the
and
missing
that,
piece.
okay. Oh, now we're
That's
there.
the missing
I'm so
piece.
glad. Welcome on board. Now
No,
that you
no,
found
you
you're out.
were Mister like, oh, this can't even be a thing. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. If the fact that neither of them told is like, yeah, right there is.
I guess tells you what you need to
is
know, right?
TV.
Is your point?
But it's. I'm just trying to think of the situation. If uh, parents and siblings and when you're when you have a child and your child has like a relationship with someone and whatever, and that relationship is happen to be like, you know what, I'm gonna for my own self-interest, I'm gonna go after that. Like it makes and clearly she knew that her daughter would not approve.
Well, because she didn't
So
tell her, right?
I'm not saying it's like because it's certainly not comparable to the well, this guy is my friend, so I can never date this girl because he liked her too.
I guess.
It's not as simple as that. You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, I've witnessed this situation work in the past. I guess maybe that's one of my biases, right? That the boyfriend dates the mom, and then everybody's all copacetic.
Who do you know?
I'll tell you after. Somebody you know too. It's somebody you know too.
Probably, yeah. But
why not?
I mean,
yeah.
I just
all right,
think
here's
for,
yeah.
like, if this was a situation of like, is it okay for a mom to date the ex of a daughter, like in that general sense? It's like, oh well, it depends.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And based on this information, I'm saying
the fact that the mom hid it is the thing that was the big reason.
I'm glad there was something that got you on board.
Here's my thing. We end so many relationships. I want to see one of them try to work. So I'm hoping mom and boyfriend can like make some magic happen.
Have a wonderful life together.
We end too many relationships. God damn it. We need more love in the world.
You do what you need to do. Okay? And it's okay.
Super J says that. Super J says this is not the relationship to save.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Super J. I felt like I was going insane. I'm like, what? Like, no, well, maybe. What's this? Okay, is she hot? Your first instinct, what is she hot?
Is the mom hot?
Oh my god, okay? See,
First
this is why men are terrible. Because even as progressive as we are, there is still that.
Instinct is instinct, and we can't be prosecuted for it. We can't be persecuted for it, rather. It's that was my gut reaction. I'm like, oh, I wonder if the mom's hot.
It's a pretty hot take. Well, okay, well, but now that you have parsed all of the information,
okay, fine. It was not okay to hide it secret. The fact that it was in secret means that the mom knew it was not going to be okay and did it anyway, and that's not cool. There you go.
Okay, well, I'm glad. So Emma, it's okay for you to cut from both me and Vanguard. We're both okay with you telling them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, they're gonna go do that anyway. So just basically, well, her question was, should I try to do a weird piece? And it's like, you shouldn't have to do that if you don't want.
Well,
if you want
right.
to continue that relationship, you can, but you do not do what you are not obligated to do.
If you're not comfortable,
just walk away. You can.
Right.
And
you can. You have agency, right? Don't do something you're not comfortable doing. I was just coming up like if this happened to me, I'd be like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think it'd be that big a deal.
Right, but it's not happening to you. It's happening to Emma.
No, I know. I know that.
You know,
I'm evaluating
right now?
the severity of the crime versus the.
And I'm not saying it's a crime.
And I have, you know what?
How
Here's
Emma
another
reacts
thing.
to this situation.
I also know too many other people who have estranged their parents. Some for very good reasons, but some not for great reasons. So I'm sensitive to that as well. But.
People can estrange,
but it's Emma's choice.
Whatever.
Well, right. If it's not helping in your life, then no. And all right, let me go along with this line of thinking. And the fact that this happened with the mom means this is probably not the first incident. You know what I mean? And she says she has the fraught history, right? And trauma and all this other stuff. So this is not mom of the year, is what we're talking about.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying. Is from the perspective of a person who is saying using these adjectives to describe their life situation,
Right.
and then is it appropriate for this to happen?
Yeah.
My gut saying absolutely not.
Right. All right. You know what?
Like,
Here's why I'm also coming around, because if mom really sucked that much and gave her a horrible childhood and is a negative influence in her life, this is the perfect opportunity to cut ties. You know what I mean? Like you can
Yes.
Emma, you can.
Thank you.
Right.
See, now everybody's on board.
I got
Emma.
that from a different
You can
direction.
go ahead. Okay, but he got there.
But
He did get there, and that's all we needed.
All right, Emma.
Okay?
It is okay
Doesn't matter.
to estrange yourself from your mother, and that's
It was
completely fine.
circuitous, but that's okay.
Yes, good word. And this is a legitimate reason to do so. So yes, you are in the clear here. And again, if your mother has been this much of a negative influence in your life, and this is an opportunity to remove her from your life, perhaps you should take it to do so, right? And be happy. That's the key, right? Do what you're comfortable with.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Emma, good job. All right, Henry from Benton, Arkansas says, "Hey guys,
Henry,
catch this. I really want to give my girlfriend something thoughtful this Valentine's Day, but I feel like every popular idea is either overdone or just feels generic. She loves meaningful gestures more than flashy gifts, and I want something that shows I put thought into it without going overboard. Ideally, it'd be something she can use or enjoy for a while, not just a one-time thing, and that reflects her personality and interests. What have you found that makes a Valentine's gift really special or memorable? Any suggestions or personal experiences that could help? Would have been nice if you told us what your girlfriend was into, but
Yeah. See,
we
because
can-
if one thing is absolutely for sure. Like if you're gonna look for Valentine's Day gifts for your girlfriend,
Mhm.
and they are specifically about her unique personality and interests,
good to
you don't go to
share.
two random dudes on the internet and be like, "What do I get her?" and
Right.
not even say
Give the
anything about
context.
her.
But what I can say is now I have dated and
You have dated, yes.
I have dated and Mrs. Vanguard also is of this genre.
Thank you for clarifying.
I dated Mrs. Vanguard and I married Mrs. Vanguard.
Both of those things.
But I've also previously
And
dated
the
other
Mrs.
women who is not Mrs. Vanguard. And
Great. I think we all had gotten that from context clues.
I just wanted to settle that.
Okay. This is episode 93, man.
Girls like me. No.
93.
I know. And shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So women who are who are aligned with what you are saying right here, experiences are hugely wonderful gifts.
Yes.
So an experience, a river cruise,
And
a
Henry, that's
night on the
not
town, a
not
play.
a certificate for a free back rub.
Correct.
That is not what we mean.
Correct.
Um,
Take her to a show, that she's expressed interest in before.
like,
Fancy dinner out.
wait, Henry, are you aware of her personality and interests? Like, is that
I
something?
hope
Is
he
that knowledge
does.
that you
I
have?
hope he does.
Because that's going to be necessary. But
Yeah.
I would say
Agreed.
find if there's a musical group that she likes
Yes.
that she might be playing somewhere nearby that she's not really aware of. See if you can get
Get tickets.
to it or whatever, and then you can present the the receipt or something as like, hey, we're gonna go see this,
Right.
or yeah, for
Yeah.
as far as like
Right, and I do think Henry needs a slight adjustment in the fact that he sort of the way he phrases it makes it sound like I need to get her a gift for her, but Valentine's Day, even though it's a made up nonsense holiday made up by
Right.
Hallmark, it is a holiday about the couple that you share, right? You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
yeah, it should be something she likes, but you almost think of it as a birthday gift, which it's not. You know what I mean? It's a couple's
I mean,
love thing. So something significant to your relationship, or again, a shared experience that you can then both go enjoy together is, I think,
right.
the winning
Yeah,
way to go.
it is. Yeah, it is. I would say, yeah, it's not like about your love for her. It's, well, all right, you could say that's your anniversary, and Valentine's is more the love part. I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want, or is it about the relationship between the two people? I mean, either way, like, because if you wanted to do something like meaningful like that, you could do like wherever you guys met, like get a map, because you can go to places and get the exact like coordinates of where you met, and like get a
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
map you can put on a wall. Like
You can get
there's
the also
song,
get the
song.
what the star pattern was on that day. You can get a little map of
Yep.
that too. Very sweet.
the the one where it's like vinyl. It has you basically have if you have a song that you both like and you share,
It's a song.
it's a print that writes. It's a vinyl. It looks like a vinyl record, and it
Right.
has like the lyrics to the song kind of going around.
Yes, Mrs. Vanguard got me that one. Similar one. She got me like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Our wedding song.
So, you know, but yeah, if you're not gonna, yeah, if you don't want to do like the candy and any gifts thing, or
Don't do the candy. It's so fleeting.
then-
It's like, and don't do the fucking roses.
Yeah.
It's like,
So if it's something based on her interests, find a shared activity based on her interest that you
Yes.
can do together.
yes,
There you go. That's the gift.
that's the winning gift right there, Henry. Absolutely, 100%. So
And some
shared
chocolate.
experience. I wouldn't do the chocolate. I don't know. Unless she really is into chocolate,
No,
then I guess.
hey, chocolate doesn't hurt, and you know what? That's not super expensive, but just
Wow.
hey, my rule of thumb I have found from Mrs. Greenpants,
Yes,
it never hurts to add some chocolate.
I suppose so.
that's-
It adds some little
That's just
extra.
my lived experience.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
It never hurts.
Okay,
to add some chocolate.
it's an and situation, not a chocolate or not. You know what I mean? It's an and
Absolutely.
situation.
Absolutely,
what-
but do it.
What I do is and then leave the chocolate.
Definitely do it.
Leave the chocolate like on her workstation or wherever. You know what I mean? The place she would go and see in the morning. Like this is the thought of the gift being left for her is also a very
Her workstation. What do you think? This
Winning.
wife's a nerd. It's a workstation.
Who doesn't work at a computer these days?
Who calls it a workstation? That's the thing.
Whatever. Or
I call it a
laptop or
desk.
whatever.
That's my desk. This is my
It's a
workstation.
fucking desk.
It's
my
my lathe.
workstation. My
This is
lathe.
where I grind metal.
And my anvil's over here, right,
Right,
behind
exactly.
the forge.
Right behind the forge. Put it on her desk.
Speaking of which, Henry, excellent experience. I will share a personal one. Is I took Mrs. Vanguard to go glass blowing for one.
Oh yeah.
It was an anniversary, but similar thing you could do for Valentine's Day as well. Because then you each make a glass object, either a curio or some piece or something like that, and then you have it,
Yeah.
and then it like sits in your home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Well, you normally don't get much more than just. I mean, because I've done that too, and you can't really.
you get a little vase or a little
like-
jar or something. You know, something like
Yeah,
that.
but it's always going to be a jar or a vase.
Right,
It's
right,
It's
exactly.
going to be a tube of some kind. Because that's all
Exactly.
you blow it out, and then
Exactly. And
They
there
cut
it is.
it off.
Right.
here it is.
Wow.
But
exactly.
you're not making a fucking swan.
Right. No.
And being like, look, it's Ariana Grande.
Right.
Look,
Except
it looks
this is
exactly
right.
like her. Like,
From Wicked.
I don't know. Yeah.
Except it's not. All right. Very
Look, she's in costume. I
She's
know,
in
it's weird. I did it.
Wicked. I did in class. Just by going. Yes.
Just a natural.
All right. So Henry, good luck with that. Again, experiences. Wonderful. Stop wasting money on needless bullshit that you don't need. Experiences. All right. Moving on. Sophia from East Point, Georgia. Hey guys, I've always wanted to be a. I read that as porn star. It says pop star. I've always wanted to be a pop star. Like, want to be a porn star? No problem. We'll tell you who to call.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
All right, let me start
There you
again.
go. Next question.
Hey guys, so I've always wanted to be a pop star, and I'm low-key lost. I was supposed to come out with an album, but it never happened. I'm not sure where to go from here. If I don't go down this path, if I'm not singing on stage, I don't know what else to do with my life. It's the one thing I've truly wanted. I have no connections. I'm just someone who wants their dreams to come true. I guess my question is, what would you guys do? What can I do from here? Jesus Christ, Sophia.
Okay. Okay.
Do you also want to be an astronaut?
Hey, I feel you. When I was your age, I wanted to grow up to be a Teddy Ruxpin, and then I found out that wasn't an actual thing I could be
You could
because it
be.
was a toy,
Right.
and so
And-
I learned he wasn't real, and he was
Right.
a devious
And-
little
and
fucker,
and
and it was actually a shitty little fucking
That's right.
plastic
And
bear.
I wanted to be a
Um,
linebacker for the Green Bay Packers, and it turned out I
Right.
could not do that
Of course.
because I am
Um,
155 pounds soaking wet.
so what? How you are describing yourself is saying, I am a standard human being. That is what you have. That's what basically you have said. And like all standard human beings, so not Timothy Chalamet, but
Right.
standard human beings.
Mhm.
You need to come to the realization that none of those dreams are going to come true. You know, sorry. And you better start focusing on the active nightmare that you actually live in, called reality.
All right, I'm gonna give her actual
with
advice.
the rest of
right?
us.
Here we go.
But no, well, come on, that is
Give
actual
her-
advice.
No, it's not actual advice.
Hey,
Okay.
If it was me, if I got everything I ever wanted, there would be several Geneva Conventions violated.
Of
I mean, I just
ethics violations.
Listen, it's just because it's not all about me.
Decency laws.
But
Anyway.
I'm saying becoming, if her dream is to become a pop star,
Yes.
you're not going to be a pop star. Like that. Like
Yeah.
that's
So
not happening.
okay. So here's the thing. All right, we
Just
gotta
don't say it could happen.
we gotta dissect this. So first, we don't know how talented you are, right? Hopefully you are. Are you just a singer? Because if so, that's a tough path too. There's a lot of good singers out there, I'll tell you.
Right.
Or do you play
I mean,
and sing?
have you seen American Idol?
which would
like
help.
That, it's just
Exactly. And imagine the percentage of people that actually get on American Idol, because you have to go through thousands and
Right.
thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people just to get on the auditions for the show. And then you have to get the audition, and then you have to pass the audition, and you have to pass like 6 rounds of scrutiny, trying to get better and better, be the best of the best of the best, right?
Right.
It's a tough path. Now, if you want to be a professional musician in your life, and again, if you are talented,
but she very specifically is pop star.
I know.
Because there's only like there can only be so many like
I
pop
know.
stars.
Right.
There's what 10, 20,
Right.
30. I mean, whatever. But it's
It's
like
tough stuff for you.
so. I think it's important to understand that while that might be your dream,
Mm-hmm.
not all dreams are realistically attainable, and so try to reframe it as something from because you like going through life being like, well, the only thing I wanted to do was this one thing, and because I'm not doing this one thing, I guess life is pointless. Like you can
Right.
find
We don't
another thing.
we don't want you there, Sophia. We definitely don't want you
You can-
there.
there are so many other things out there.
Right.
So many things that you can
And-
strive for, or that you can
right.
get good
And-
at, or
and-
that you can
exactly. And-
accomplish.
and you
just
can't-
find something.
Like it is dangerous too. Like you can't set like the end like the end result. Like I want to be the best quarterback that ever played the game. I want to be
Or else.
right. I want to be the most successful pop star ever. I want to be the what I mean?
Or bust.
Or bust, exactly. It's like, no, you got to start thinking, like, in the case of want to be a pop star, you're like, I want to be a professional musician. How can I do that? And then if I'm discovered and then, somehow get to
Right.
star level, great. But again, that is obscenely
saying
unlikely,
I want
right?
to be a professional musician,
Right.
which is a starting point, as opposed to
Yes.
saying I want to be a rock star.
Right.
If you're coming out of the gate, rock star.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
like I'm in a mildly successful band. No, rock star.
Right,
Like, it's
right,
like
exactly.
hey, you've
Yeah.
really narrowed that filter.
Yeah,
Like
you need to go in it with I want to
Like
be a professional
constraints.
musician, and then figure out everything you need to do to be a successful professional musician, and see if you can pay your bills, right? And if you can work on your craft, and you can improve, and if you can perform in venues like small whatever, right? To start, it's a rough path. Being an entertainer, athlete,
Right.
Actors, entertainer, right? Entertainers, which include like artists, actors, musicians, athletes. Very difficult
Those are all-
paths, because those are all things that require the best of the best of the best to make them viable, and lucrative, right? So you can actually make a living doing it. We saw this the other day. I remember. Oh, actually, I was reminded this years ago because
I know several people attempting to make
Right.
a living at it, and it's extremely difficult.
yeah, it
And,
is. It is.
So, like having realism about it. Like if you really want to just keep, be a person, and you can keep striving for it, but you have to be realistic about what the chances are,
Yes.
and what the path is going to be. Like,
Exactly.
It's not,
Exactly,
it's
and how
not
challenging
to
that
pop
path is.
star. For most of those, that started. You think of pop stars. They
Right.
started as kids. I mean, like it's,
Sometimes, not
you know,
always, but yeah, but the thing is
not
like,
always,
but the thing is
still, I
like,
mean,
to go
maybe
from
she could be Susan Boyle.
the gap, but the gap from professional musician to pop star is like, there's probably like a 75 to 80% luck factor in there. You know what I mean? Because
Oh yeah,
like, you could,
yeah,
like,
because you're at the right place, right time,
right place, right
person,
look, right look,
connection.
right way you express yourself, right everything, way you dress. Because we were
Or if you're made as a product from like by a production company.
yeah. Because I remember Mrs. Vanguard and I were on a cruise once, and there was a house band, and this particular house, and I've seen a bunch of talented musicians on these cruises, but like there was a piano player
There's
in the
a lot of
lounge.
really really talented musicians.
Yeah,
but
right, and there's
not all.
that's
rock
what
stars.
I'm saying. And there's a piano player in the
Yeah.
lounge, and she was very beautiful, but also we were sitting near her, and she's like, "Oh, I take requests." I'm like, "All right, can you do Sarah McLachlan's Angel?" You know that song. And and she did it, and she killed the room. Like everybody was like, and there were women that had tears in their eyes. It was the most beautiful. It was a beautiful rendition. It was spot on. It was emotionally. She's working on a cruise ship. Okay, so I'm like, some of the most talented people in the universe get not nowhere, but not pop star, right? It doesn't have to do with talent, I mean, just the talent.
Like Saturday Night Live is a great example of like a mechanism as far as a feeder mechanism
for comedians,
people who are just people, Pete Davidson. How would that guy ever
ever anything?
Like, well, so many have gone like through Lorne Michaels, like
but it's so tough it's so tough,
like a Will Ferrell.
It's so tough just to get an interview for Saturday Night Live as a comedian. You know what I mean? It's like
because for exactly that reason. Because having that on your resume,
it's not even having that on your resume. How many years?
It's more about coming up, getting a following.
Yeah, absolutely, and being seen and finding and honing your craft. You know what I mean? Because even people even now, Second City is super tough to get into. In improv in Chicago, right? Just because that was a big feeder for Saturday Night Live for a long time.
Right. And through there, because I actually took courses there in Chicago, and a lot of it is like they start out and you like work in the system for years, and then the students of the school are the ones that become the main cast.
Right.
So it doesn't really there's not a lot of like you walk in the door and become a member of Second City.
Right.
No
matter how good you are. No matter how good you are.
Well, they have to, but it's not. I mean, maybe there's a mechanism for it somewhere, but like it itself, it has its own feeder system where it basically, people go through.
For sure. For sure. Same with Upright Citizens Brigade, right? That was a comedy troupe and wasn't, again, no matter how good you were, just walking on the street. So that's the things up here. And hopefully they're not discouraging you too much. Again, if music is in your heart and in your soul, and if you want to make your living doing music, there are paths to do that are challenging but viable. You know what I mean? Like playing in certain venues. Again, the cruise industry is always looking for musicians, but even their auditions are tough. Like you got to be good, to get on a cruise ship. But there are venues in various cities, piano bars, all this other stuff that you can probably eke out a living, right? If you're a good musician, you could probably eke out a living. It'd be challenging,
be realistic, and be accepting of that, and not pop star.
Right.
So
we got to deflate the pop star. Sorry about that.
Kind of hung up on the pop star thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just that word really shows the aspirations are, I think,
beyond the capabilities.
At a level higher than might be.
Sophia, I'm telling you, and I'm probably being conservative saying this, is that 80% of being a pop star is luck. Luck. Like I can't even.
It was 75%. You said
75%. I just upped to 80. It's probably higher, honestly, because it's like there are so many incredibly talented people that never get noticed and never make it ever. You know what I mean? Despite, you could probably find musicians playing in some CD club somewhere that's more talented than freaking Nicki Minaj, or you know what I mean, or other artists, right?
There's so many people on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
like oh my god, like who's this person? Like
absolutely.
And
unbelievable.
Like, how is this person not
and that's a path, by the way, too, Sophia, that you want to do. Start a YouTube channel, put yourself out there doing your music. Yeah, it's a great path. It's a possible path.
It's a great way to and skip the whole middle management part. Just
be your own agent, basically, right? Yeah, exactly. Get yourself out there. Yeah, so make a YouTube channel. Start putting your music out there. Hopefully you start getting a following. Try to grow that following. Make your music available. Eventually put it in Spotify. People start listening to your music. They'll download your music. You get a royalty. You know what I mean? And you could maybe make a living as a musician.
You can't make a living off of Spotify. That is for sure.
That is definitely true, because they do not treat their artists well.
In this day and age, musicians make their money by
live gigs.
Touring.
Yeah.
Live gigs. It used to be the other way. It was like 70% of like in like let's say the early 2000s.
Yep.
70% of a musician's revenue came from
touring, always,
and then like 30% was live, and now it's
like
flipped, and now it's even more where
it's like 90% touring,
and now there's so little like music royalties because it's all on Apple streaming or on whatever that really is like the live gigs is like the main absolute source of income.
0.00001 penny per stream. Yeah. So we Sophia, good luck. So hopefully they find this too deflating, but we don't want you to set yourself up for failure, right? So again, pop star is too, up there in the attainable scale.
Yeah.
You want to be a professional magician, take that path, and hopefully you'll be discovered. We wish you the best.
Unicorn.
And when you are famous one day, and if you are a pop star, please don't forget us.
I'm not worried because you're not going to be famous. Please settle down.
Christ. You gotta believe. All right.
No, you don't. I
Next
don't. I
question.
don't believe. It's not happening. That's what I'm trying to tell.
I'm gonna be a
Have you
linebacker
not been listening
someday.
all along?
I could
Okay,
be a
that's fine.
linebacker if I want to be a
fine.
linebacker.
You be a good cop. That's fine. Okay. I don't care. I'll be bad cop.
All right, next one comes from Wyatt from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Wyatt is a 42-year-old male about to turn 43. I feel as if I'm stuck.
Most 42-year-olds are.
Unless you're dead. Unless you're dead. I feel as if I'm stuck and have been complacent in my life, just watching it go by. There's nothing bad about my life. I'm just overall apathetic about it. I keep thinking I need to buckle down and figure things out and work on being happy. I'm in a long-term relationship of 8 years, and I do love her. Great. We have no kids and are not married, but when I think about long-term and future stuff, I get stuck. Any advice on where to start? Yes.
Okay.
You go first,
well,
Green
you, my
Pants.
friend, are having what's called a midlife crisis.
Yes. Surprise.
It's when you've reached an age where you realize that the world is actually a really fucking horrible place with horrible people in it that do horrible things. And the
Oh my
only way
God,
that you
Mr.
can think to
Pessimist
fix it
here.
is by getting a completely unaffordable sports car. Like that is the solution to the problem. Because if you have a really expensive sports car,
Yep.
you can concentrate on that and not worry that the earth is dying.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who's in the middle of his fourth midlife crisis, I didn't want to share.
Oh,
It's
somewhat of an expert in midlife crisis.
I am an expert in midlife crisis. It's very normal what you're feeling, right? So I think
Absolutely.
what helped me is setting goals of different categories. For example, professional goals, like relationship goals, life goals, right? And then see if those things resonate, like, and then start going down those paths. And then, like, I always set like a growth goal. Like, what do I want to learn? What skill did I always want to have? What did I always say I want to do and never did? You know what I mean? Not unreasonable to do, to make that list, and then pursue those things. You know, it's like the secret. Like, a lot of people say, well, I'm just looking to be happy, and you can't. Like, that's not the right approach. What you should do is look for purpose and fulfillment, and when you have those things, you will be happy.
Right. So
that's my advice for the day.
My suggestion is you basically get involved in an extreme sport that has a very high rate of probable accidental death.
Well, I was going to recommend a cult, actually, but yeah.
And well, no, absolutely not. I strongly just the cult ways are the extreme sport, because your apathy level goes way the fuck down when you almost die. Like, and so if you go through life like every day, you're like, oh, I might be a quadriplegic like in an hour.
Sure.
You probably will at least have more verve in your step.
I get where you're going with this, but there are other ways to do that, right? Like a bucket list. Like I met a fellow.
Other ways, but joining a cult is not
okay.
one. Wow.
I was kidding
You're
about the
king
cult.
of terrible takes today. Jesus.
Don't join a cult unless you're a leader of the cult, because the leaders get paid pretty well, actually, if you're a cult leader.
Well, okay, unless you want to start a cult. So you want to be a
You can
criminal,
start
you
a
want
cult.
to be a grifter, you want to be a god. You want to be a god on earth.
Oh God! No, what was I gonna say? Shit. Right. You could. So I met a fellow who's now a good friend from a few years ago, and he was doing bucket list items, and he's like, yeah, just randomly went skydiving, no reason, just figured, what the hell, let's get the adrenaline flowing, and he's like, it was fantastic. Like, he's like, I don't need to go again, but it was a ton of fun, and now I had that life experience, and it kind of motivated me to do other shit that I wasn't comfortable with, you know.
So yeah, that's a possibility. Doing something like that, because
bucket list items, yeah.
Like or
push out of your
start
comfort zone.
taking luge lessons.
Luge lessons,
you know,
right.
Or the skeleton. Any Winter Olympic sports,
Yes.
they're all fucking scary as hell. Like,
They are. They
if
really
it's not
are.
just like in a rink or something, but like,
Oh my God,
they're
they
all
go so
going
fast,
down
fast.
mountains. Like
so fast.
It's just,
It's
and just
frightening.
in different conveyances, and sometimes no conveyance at all, or barely any conveyance.
Yes.
And you're just, it's like
It's something that's
here's
barely
me on
considered.
poles,
It's
here's
barely
me on-
considered a
it's just
sled. It's like the
Right.
smallest thing. That, like,
barely even.
oh
Yeah.
my lord. What was I gonna say? I think that the point that gets to around there is, again, like, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, right? And setting goals and purpose for yourself. Like, even if you picked up an instrument, never played piano before, start taking piano lessons, right? And your piano teacher's inevitably going to tell you, hey, we're having a recital in November. I think you've come far enough along that you want to play in that recital, and you're like, oh my God, I'm doing a recital. This is great. And now you have a goal. You're doing a recital in November. You're practicing. You know,
Exactly.
it's keeping your juices flowing. You know, shit like that. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wyatt, we wish you luck.
All right.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're happy and fulfilled, your relationship with this woman you've been with this long is going to notice that and improve the quality of your relationship.
Yeah.
So.
Because yeah, because I mean, because yeah, it sounds like they're they don't have kids, but they're
Right.
in love and whatever. So yeah,
That's great.
just
We approve of this.
go buy a sports car.
And hey, and if you're gonna
Wait, no.
if you're gonna start a cult, she could be your first cult member.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Let's
All
move
right,
on before we break any laws.
last question comes from Lucas from Los Banos, California. Lucas is a 27-year-old male. He dated this hypersexual girl, 28-year-old female, for almost 3 years. I had sex with her basically every day. She had a much higher drive than me, and sometimes, despite me not wanting to have sex, she would coerce me into it. After we broke up, I've developed some shitty masturbation habits. Basically, my body is so used to having a release every single day through sex that now, out of some kind of muscle memory, I feel the need to jerk off once a day. Not even out of horniness, not out of any sexual desire, just compulsion. Every time I get bored or don't have anything to do, I just jerk off. It's become an addiction. How do I deal with this?
Who fucking who, Lucas? What the fuck? I'm Lucas, and boo fucking who? I was getting laid every day for 3 years. I just had so much sex all the time,
Got
and
sick
now
of sex. It was
I
too
don't know
much
what to
sex.
do. And now I have to like jerk myself off, and I want to do it, and it must be an addiction because it's it must be weird. No,
Yeah.
you're just now you're a loser like
Call
the
them
rest of us.
right. You're a
Okay,
normal
like-
human male, Lucas.
Like every time you get bored, you jerk off. Yes, that is what
Right.
that. Yes, of course that is. That's being a
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah. And ladies hearing this for the first time, sorry for the shock, but this is how it goes.
well, Lucas has a 3-year pass to Fucktown
Right.
every single day.
Right.
The rest of us have to be
Right.
willing to accept.
You know what's going to help us?
situations are.
Actually, you know what's going to give us the right background for helping Lucas out properly is he needs to send us this ex-girlfriend's phone number immediately. We
Lucas,
we need to communicate with this woman.
you can. Okay, the way I see it, you have 3 choices.
Yes.
You can accept that what a few daily snake yanks is just something that you do, and it's not
It's
an
fine.
addiction. It's not something because there are addictions where it could or if you were doing that
It's an addiction if it's compulsive and it's disrupting your normal
Yeah.
operations of your life.
Exactly.
That's when it's an
But like
addiction.
once a day, if you're saying that is
No,
interrupting your life,
dude, for the record, I'm a once a day guy. It's fine. Believe me, you're fine. It's like-
you could find a new girlfriend.
Right.
That is certainly an option, or you could become a sex worker.
Right. So
it is an option.
I
And
thought
so
we weren't
wanna put it
recommending. I
in-
thought we weren't recommending illegal activities.
I'm not saying I said a sex worker. I listen.
That's true. It could be a webcam. He could be a
Don't put
cam.
crimes in my mouth.
He could be a
I
cam. He
don't-
could be a cam boy. That's true.
I can't, whatever. It could be a fluffer.
Yeah.
Listen. There's lots of just
Yep. No, news. You're absolutely right. Not all sex work is illegal. That's true. That's true.
exactly.
Fair.
How dare you? Especially of you, of all people.
All right, Lucas.
Criminal
Start an OnlyFans.
Right. Like that's. I mean, in a way, that's like. Is it? Would you call it sex work, or is that more like,
I think it. Technically, it is.
Is
If you're
it-
being sexual on cam for money, I think that's
Right.
sex work.
exactly. Boom.
So there you go.
Hence, not criminal.
Yeah. So Lucas, jerking off once a day is not a problem. If it bothers you, like if you feel guilt after you do it, that's a problem, right? Because you're
Right.
upset at your actions, and so I mean, the way to do it is just break the habit, right? Like you can reinforce any habit in 6 weeks or something. So just like every time you think you want to jerk off, do something else instead, right? Come up with some hobby
Right.
or some other thing that you would do to try to break that cycle.
But that said,
you
it's
know?
not a bad habit, and it's something. if
not,
it's
and it's
something
not
that-
disrupting your
if
life.
you were used to ejaculating constantly,
Right.
your body is probably still going to want to ejaculate
That's right.
constantly. So
That's right.
Yeah. Now
right.
I mean, that is exactly what's happening. Is it's
Right.
basically like craving it,
Yeah.
and so you do that, and
It's like
But that's
testicles
just
too
called-
full, must
you-
empty,
you,
right?
You
It's like-
activated a biological imperative consistently for a
Right.
very long time,
Right.
and now your body has to adapt. And right now, it's
Right.
basically like, hey, okay, wait, what?
Mhm.
We do this every day, and that's going to take a while. That's just
Right.
most people do not have the luxury of having that problem.
Right.
where it's like, well, I'm sorry, I had sex so much and so often
Right.
that when I stopped, it really messed with my head.
Yep.
Like, yeah, sure it did.
Every day he had sex with her. God
Little.
damn it. How much fun was that? Oh,
I-
what a
I- yeah,
ride.
so-
What a 3-year ride. Oh,
That's exactly what it was.
fantastic.
Well, several rides, many rides, a whole lot, just a bunch of
I'm
like,
sure they did it all kinds of
you-
crazy ways. It's fantastic.
yeah, intercourse units. whatever that
Yes.
would be. I don't know.
You particularly-
Sexual sessions and whatever,
Oh my
it
god.
would be probably it would certainly be
Yes.
in the thousands.
1,000
or
at least
over
1,000 over
At
1,000.
least 1,000.
1,000
right,
sexual
yeah,
units, yes. We salute you, Lucas.
Yeah.
We salute you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh my god.
don't cry. Yeah, don't come crying to me. Like,
Yeah. I know.
all right.
But no,
speed round.
it's a legit concern, and I get it. It like I've
It's
gotten in
not a
that.
legit
I've
concern.
I've gotten in the cycle where if I go too much, like there was a time, like there was a period where I'd be like 3 times a day, and
Sure. It's called when you're in high school.
no,
or when
it
you're-
was like well after.
when you're in your
actually.
20s.
It was well after that,
when you're in
and I'm
your
like,
20s.
and I felt
Yeah.
dumb about it. I'm like, why am I doing this so much? You know what I mean? So it would bother me. So I kind of understand where Lucas is coming from, but like again, you just break the habit and adjust, right? Like again, once your body
That's
gets
such a
readjusted to a
different
habit,
situation. Because he also said once a day.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's where to me it just
Right.
is like
So your
house of
biological
cards falls,
mechanisms
Lucas.
once a day,
Like,
once a
I
day,
don't-
once a day.
which is like totally normal, totally normal, totally
Right.
normal. Shut the fuck up. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
that's
is
what I'm
totally
saying.
normal.
Like he doesn't
and
because to call something an addiction like that, I just think is
no, I know.
misdirects
It's
the
right. And,
like,
and sort of
I
like
just think it's like that's not the road
it
that you're going
lowers
down.
the-
The road is basically
Right.
you're used to
And-
having a semen release on a daily
Yes.
basis.
yes.
And as far as your physical body is concerned, that's not happening.
Right.
And so
and,
you know what?
right.
There's going to be
And
you know,
and you know what to do,
reactions.
Lucas? Like next time you start dating someone again, like, and you probably won't have sex with her every day, but like every time you have sex
right,
with
you
her,
will not.
right? But every time you have sex with her, see if you still have the urge to masturbate that day, and if you do, go, oh, interesting. You know what I mean? And then that might be a revelation point, because in theory, if you have sex that day, you wouldn't feel the urge to masturbate. So
Yeah, because I really think Lucas is coming at this from it's like the masturbation part is bad. That's why it's an addiction.
masturbation's not bad.
Like and
But
it's not.
down
yeah,
the Book of
that's what I'm
Mormon,
trying to say.
The
It is
masturbation
it is
not bad.
yeah, and it's not weird. It's not like
not
yeah.
weird.
And plenty of people who are sexually active still masturbate. Like
Right.
that's it. So totally fine.
Release. You need release. It's fine. All right.
Right,
What are we
speed
talking
round
about
now.
again? Oh, it is speed round. Thank you very
Speed
much.
What are we talking about again?
It is.
We were
Oops.
talking about you trying to get out of speed round.
I know.
What we were talking about.
I'm not looking forward to speed round. I don't feel like
I am
I'm-
totally looking forward to. Speed
I know
round.
you are, because I have to do the speed round. So.
I always look forward to. If it's not me, I'll look forward to it.
All right. I put a minute
Because
on the
it's not
clock.
me.
So Green Pants is going to give me 5 rapid fire questions, and I need to answer them in the time allotted. And
Which is 1 minute.
and the questions are going to be whatever, and I've not seen them yet, so
Yep.
I have no idea what's coming, but I'm prepared as I'm going to be. So hit me with your best shot, Green Pants. I'm ready.
What's the weirdest single item in your refrigerator?
I don't know. Avocado, I guess. I don't have anything too weird.
What's the most scandalous thing you've accidentally overheard?
I heard two guys I overheard 2 guys talking. One was trying to convince the other why it was okay to be racist. And I'll tell you more after, but it was really impressive, actually.
What musical artist have you seen the most in concert?
Billy Joel?
What was your number one go-to defense when you had to handle asshole bully kids as when
Oh,
you were a kid?
run, because I can run like the wind.
If you were forced to feign support for a sports team, what sports team would you pretend to think was
Okay.
interesting?
Okay, this is a you question, because I actually like sports. Football, because I actually enjoy watching football. So that's the but you said a team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said
I-
I said like a sports team, like a particular team. I'm not saying it's a sport.
I
a
know.
sports team.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have a particular team. I guess the Patriots, because they're local, if I had to pick.
Right, that is incorrect. But yeah,
all right.
okay. You could just be. I don't have access to the soundboard, but buzzer that.
All right, I'll buzzer that. I'll buzzer.
Something, you know.
All right, it's been buzzered. So fear not.
I-
All right, here we go. So sports. I enjoy watching football. I enjoy the athleticism of the sport. I enjoy the physical nature of the sport. I enjoy that the sport keeps moving. Baseball, like whenever it's
What do you feel
on,
about the
I want
concussions?
to
Are you
claw out
pro
my own
concussion?
eyes because I think baseball is the worst activity, not a sport, worst activity ever invented by humans, and
Wow.
I hate it. I'd rather watch tennis than watch baseball, and that's saying a lot. I'd rather watch professional ping pong than watch baseball. I really hate baseball.
Okay. Yeah. But
I really hate
again,
baseball.
I can't. My thing is, I get how people can be like really into a sport and
Sure,
playing the sport. I
sure.
can't find myself getting into a particular team or
Yeah,
some sort
me
of
too. That's why I kind of
that
had a
sort of
weird
thing.
answer about the team thing. Like I enjoy
Which
I enjoy
is
the athleticism of watching the sport. Like I'm like, oh my god, did you see that guy make that catch? That was amazing. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I don't
right.
want to be like, go
Is
Packers or
that
go whoever,
which
right?
I can appreciate. Like I can appreciate highlights.
Right,
Like I can appreciate
right.
that thing, but not the whole. Like I'm following this as a
Yeah, I've never been that.
So
I've never been
the
that. So
but my answer would
sounds
definitely
like me
be
too.
cricket because
Hey.
what I because no because I had this figured out because when I
Mhm.
was living in Europe, this was well you do this. So cricket has test matches, and the
Yes.
test cricket matches are
Yes.
about 5 days.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so there's a one that happens every year
They go
called
to
the
the
Ashes.
they go to the pub several times in between and the
Well, okay, so but there's one every year that's called the Ashes, and the Ashes is a it's cricket is basically Australia versus England, and it's hosted by England one year, and then
yeah, it goes back and
Australia,
forth.
and then
Of
it
course,
goes
of
back and
course.
forth.
Yeah, yeah.
And it happens every 2 years, and it is the atmosphere is such a it's so delightful. It's such like
Yeah.
a carnival, like because basically you can go and wander, and basically you can they have a tea break, obviously,
Of course, clearly.
during it, and with it being 5 days, there's all these different areas where you can have a picnic. You can sit there, like some people just bring a book, because they just like watching it, like having it in the background. Or you can go find like the people because there's something called like the Barmy Army, which
Mhm.
is basically they're like the crazy fans that are like, and so
Oh,
they're
sure.
the ones that have their own like singing section.
Right.
Like we are the Barmy Army. We are
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
have and they the whole time they just scream
Right.
like songs, like basically they take pop songs and then change the words to
Right.
cricket things.
For their team.
So
Exactly.
that I can see myself getting into.
Okay, cool. Yeah. There is and it's entertaining to watch certain degrees of fandom. Like the fandom I hate is the guys who scream at the TV and throw shit because their team. Like I can't believe we dropped that ball. Like you're not part of the team, dude. Like you.
Yeah.
It's not.
That was my dad.
Yeah.
That was totally my dad.
Those sports fans, like I said, but like the group guys who do that stuff, yeah, they're fun, right? Because they're like, oh, we care. But they're true fans. Even when their team sucks, they're with them. When they win, they're with them. You know what I mean? It's just like a whole. So I can respect and
that was also my
appreciate
dad.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my dad was loyal. That was
Yeah.
true. But
Oh.
it always but for me it always was like because there were specific teams because like it wasn't because it was like there was the baseball team and there was a
Right.
football team, and so in each season there was a reason to be sad or happy
Mm-hmm.
because of something that some
Right.
strangers were doing somewhere.
Else, right? That you had no
That was
control over whatsoever.
I had no control
Exactly.
over.
Yeah.
But I would wake up and all of a sudden my dad would be like super psyched.
Yeah.
Be like, for what reason?
Exactly.
Bunch of guys,
Oh.
the right guys got the puck in the goal more
Funny.
times than the other guys, and so now it's a good day. Like,
Right.
okay,
So
but
what?
what I couldn't understand was the bad day part. Like my father, when his alma mater played football,
Yeah.
he would get so upset, like when
If they
there was
lose.
a bad call. So my mom actually got him a pillow for him to throw at the TV in order to get him to like.
My
because
lord.
he would get so worked up, and he wasn't. This wasn't. A
No
guy
one
that
should be
could
that
get
into
worked up.
sports.
But I'm saying, and that was like, yeah, that was how. So for me, yeah,
I could see it turning
was-
you off to see that kind of activity.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, my
I
dad
was
was
more of a reader.
my dad was a fun fan. Like he cheered him when he called them bums when they lost. He cheered them when they won, and that was kind of the extent of it. You know what I mean? It was like, and he had the merchandise, right? He had like a scarf and a hat, and that's great. You know, it's like no harm, no foul here. You know, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no. I mean, I think it's fine, but just
Yeah.
okay. So,
So-
the thing you overheard was
Oh yes. And the people I knew too. Like they weren't quite. I don't know if I call them friends. They were in between acquaintances and friends, you know what I mean? But like, one of them was explaining the logistics of why race was not a terrible thing to call out and why certain races were better than others. All this other stuff, and the other guy was believing him. He's like, yeah,
Went
no, I
into
hear
an
what you're saying.
Or like, is that you like?
I'm like, are we really talking about this? It's like, holy crap! Yeah, it was impressive. How about you? What was yours?
I think the one where that I will never forget that I actually like laughed out loud during the thing, and then it made the whole thing awkward. Was there was two? It was in Europe, and I was on a train. I don't forget where I was going, and there were two girls in their 20s, young women, whatever they would like to be called, females. There were two.
Gotta be careful these days.
Yeah, exactly. But one was saying, was telling the other one that she was pregnant.
Okay.
And so they were talking. She's like, "Oh my God, like you're pregnant." And so I was kind of like, and and she had said, "Well, okay, who's the father?" And she was like, "Oh, it's Philippe." And she's like, "Isn't Philippe your brother?" And she's like, "No, he's my father's sister's son, so it's fine."
Well,
And
that's
so
your first cousin. That's your first cousin. Okay.
So it's not fine.
It's not
is
fine.
what I'm saying. And I was like, "Wait."
They have the same.
And
they have the same grandparents.
Right. But here's the thing: is
Oh my lord.
okay, they're just living their lives.
Yeah.
I am being a horrible American, and I'm like overhearing their thing. So I'm trying to like listen to it, and it's also like with the accents and everything else.
Yeah,
like,
tough to
did I
pick out.
understand?
So you have to focus to pick it out.
And
yeah.
so I had to parse what brother's son. I had to do that in my head. So which is why when I had my eureka moment, I like apropos of nothing out of nowhere went, "Wait." And they both got up and looked at me and was like, wait for what?
Wait for what? Wait.
And I cannot wait. I'm having wherever we were going.
I can't wait to get there.
But that was like that's why
Oh my
it's
God.
memorable because I called myself out
Right.
because I stupidly
Overhearing them.
Because I was like, wait, is that okay? Like, no, that's not. Wait, that's
not
the first. I was
okay.
like, wait, that's
Oh
the
my
first.
lord.
I didn't have an inner monologue, but I like to say at that point, and I needed one.
You gotta do
I
that.
did not have.
Gotta
one
have that
at
conversation
that
with
point.
oneself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. She's carrying Philippe's baby. I wonder if she kept the baby. What country were you in again?
At the time, like it's Belgium, something like that.
You're in Belgium?
Like, somewhere
okay.
up. Yeah.
Got it.
Musical artists I've seen the most.
Fish.
Honestly, it's either Fish or Guster. But
I don't know, dude. In the time I've met you, like you've seen Fish a lot. I would be surprised.
But I know, but like I saw Fish a lot, and I don't see them anymore, even though I know they're still touring and stuff. I haven't seen a Fish show in like literally 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw them a whole bunch before.
Right.
But I still go to Guster shows.
Oh, I see. Super J says she's seen Guster with you.
Exactly. I'm saying so. Like
That's great.
it's thank you, Super J.
And I know you're
I went to Red Rocks to go see them.
Got it.
I was like they were playing with the symphony or Colorado Symphony Orchestra, and I was
Got
like,
it.
I'm going to go. And so I actually made a weekend trip to basically just go spend the night and come back.
Nice.
Because I was like, okay, that I want to see.
This is happening.
It was absolutely freaking amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a big concert goer, as you know. So when I say that Billy Joel's the one I've seen most, that number was twice.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. I've been to like maybe 8 concerts my entire life. Yeah. So.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't go.
I don't think I ever realized that.
I just don't go. I get very the crowds. I mean, there's parts I like about it, but there's parts I don't like about the crowds.
Oh no, I can totally get it.
And I hate when people stand up in front of me. It's like I want to sit and watch the show. I don't want to stand and watch the show. But now that you stood, I have to stand. It's like that whole stress, and then like the people singing along, and I'm like, that part's okay, but like I gotta let go that I don't want like the most perfectly acoustic version of this music because that's not what I'm gonna get at the concert hall. You know
How
what I
about when
mean?
you have two drunk people behind you the whole time going,
That too. Exactly. It's like, and you know,
you're like,
rolling dice, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
uh,
That was my experience seeing The Who. Was
yeah.
two
Oh
drunk guys
yeah, yeah.
behind
You
me
told me. I
going,
remember you told me that. I told me you
yeah,
told me
and
that.
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, and Pete Townsend's 80, you know, and the guy, can we not, we can't, no,
Yeah.
we can't, no. It's
Oh,
like,
no
that's what I'm
news.
saying.
No news says They Might Be Giants was his top
Oh,
top
yeah,
show, which is a great show. They do a great show.
yeah, absolutely, and yeah, and
I've
there's
seen
another
them
one
too
performed by,
once.
yeah, sure. I think I saw,
Yeah.
no, yes, I did. I saw them one time as
Yeah.
well.
Oh.
But yeah, it was great. I
Yeah.
liked, um, uh, wow, only two. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
hey,
I just
you
don't
know,
go to concerts. I know, not my thing.
I mean, yeah, I used to just go to a lot
I know
more,
you did.
but
Yeah, I know
you
you
know,
did. You're a big concert guy.
well, now it's like it's insane. I mean,
The
the
prices are
price is like
ridiculous. It's like
400% more. I mean,
I
like
know it's
it's
crazy.
even
Well,
like
to your earlier point, that's how they're making their money now. They're not making off the streams, right? They're making them
right.
on tour.
Well, and the concert industry is like completely broken
of
because
course,
because of the
Ticketmaster
relationship between
bullshit
Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Live Nation.
Because
Yeah,
there's a
it's all
monopoly
bullshit.
between, and then
Right.
StubHub is in there, and basically StubHub's like, no, it's all Ticketmaster, and they're like, they're a reseller too,
Right.
and so like they'll all argue with each other if you watch anything, and they all
About who
basically
the
go, no, no,
the
it's other
greatest
guys.
evil in the concert industry is.
And there's just all these convenience fees, but when
Yeah.
it comes down to it, is like the artists, you know, when you get a bottom line is if it's a Taylor Swift ticket, like
Right.
they set the ticket price at like, let's say it's 200,
Right.
and you buy it for 16,000.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift still gets $120. You know,
Right.
it's you know what I mean. It's not. That's the thing.
Too funny.
You know.
Too funny. I actually haven't.
So like
I haven't.
they still get it,
Yeah.
that's where all the money comes from. Is it's not even like because the artist still gets like they just get exactly what the ticket prices is worth because that's how and then and so they get their percentage and then the stadium takes their percentage and
Absolutely.
it's like a 70-30 split.
Yeah,
whatever.
no, I get it. It's the whole
but
thing.
like yeah.
It's a whole thing.
um,
And I almost went to.
But
I actually,
the resellers, it's
Oh my
like
God.
that's the thousands and thousands of percent on top of what I mean,
crazy.
just like
It's
you know,
crazy.
and then reselling the tickets, like basically selling the same ticket multiple times.
Yep.
You know, and like it'll change hands and people sell it and they basically use it like a commodity. And
Right.
like, okay, they sell it and they're like,
Right.
okay, I can sell it.
Yeah,
for more.
the market
Like,
for the Taylor Swift tickets are greater than the GDP of many nations.
hey,
Nuts.
listen, when Hamilton was out,
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Green Pants bought tickets years in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
And so then she had tickets and then was able to sell them.
Right. Oh wow.
So,
Nice.
That
Nice.
was just like
I-
it was like, oh, this is going to be a success.
Right.
So
I
we
don't-
started buying like really really good seats,
Yeah.
but like you know, basically as far out as you possibly could.
Right. I don't think I've even. I haven't been to a concert since COVID. I don't think. And the concert I was going to right when COVID started was and this is the one I decided to because I'm a big Lady Gaga fan. So I'm like she was playing in Boston and I'm like I'm gonna do it and then I decided when I was gonna do it I'm like I'm going all in. So I know it was ridiculous, but I paid for the whole VIP in the pit, like right in
That's
the
not
front,
ridiculous.
and I'm like this is probably the only time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, you know. And I was all excited about it, and it was like a $1,400 ticket or something like that. But I'm like, what the hell? Once in a lifetime thing, right? And then COVID canceled the show, and I wasn't able to go to the rescheduling, so I
sucks.
never went. I know. So maybe someday.
I had experience sort of like that, not quite the full VIP, but with Shania Twain.
You did
Where I
VIP
was-
Shania Twain, nice.
Yeah, where I was in the I was in the front, right, like where like you know she came in on like a there was like a crane where she was like going around and
Nice.
like she went at times and so like she went by like at one point like she shook my hand or whatever. It was like
Nice.
you know as she was like
Did you get to soak
You
up
know.
the sun? Were you that close?
she's not soak up that's not Shania Twain.
It's not. I think it
yeah.
is. Yeah, it is. It is. I wanna soak up the sun.
It is not Shania Twain.
It is.
Please.
Oh, Sheryl Crow. Fuck. My bad.
Yes, there
My
you
bad.
go.
My
Okay.
bad.
As
My
I was
bad.
like, I knew you were wrong. I
My
was like,
bad. But you didn't know the
absolutely
answer.
know.
I had to look it up. You didn't know the whole answer. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I knew because
Crow.
I knew my father was a massive Shania Twain fan. and
Really?
so- oh my God, my father loved country. It was
Oh,
all
yeah, that's
country
fair.
music, whatever. And so
I fucking hate
uh,
country.
y-
Still the
right,
one.
I
That's
know-
that's
I know-
one. That's like our biggest one. You're still the one.
but she had
Feel like a
whole,
woman.
I mean, yeah, a
Bam,
lot of
bam, bam,
huge country
bam,
hits.
bam,
You know,
bam, bam,
I mean, she's
bam,
Canadian. She's
bam,
actually, it's nice. You know, it's
bam.
um,
I'm gonna come
don't do that.
tonight, I'm
Please don't do that.
gonna feel
No,
alright.
no, I saw the
Gonna
real
let
thing, and
it
you are
all
not the
hang
real thing. So don't, no,
out.
that is
The
not how it works.
best
Okay,
thing
now
about
you're blessed.
being a
Now you're
woman,
ruining it. Now
it's
you're
the
literally
prerogative to have a lot of fun.
not. Oh my God, those aren't even the right words.
Gone
Okay,
crazy.
my number one go-to defense as a kid with bullies was
Oh
like,
yeah.
this was more in fight situations.
Yeah.
Because I could not run like that. Like I did
none of
not
those
have
none of those bitches
the
could catch me. None of those bitches could catch me.
so I could be, as you say, caught.
Yes, I understand.
And so what actually worked, and it took me a while to kind of figure this out, was to basically get as many girls as possible to basically like be there and essentially while the kids were trying
Witness.
to like physically attack me,
Right.
just relentlessly mock them sexually.
Yes.
And I might get a hit, but it was like you either the bullying stopped or you get killed.
Yeah.
But it actually it really worked because I would just be like, oh my God, look at this guy, like what like, and it was just, and it would drive them crazy, and then they would laugh or do whatever, and then so it's like a couple of times didn't, but that actually
I see.
had
I thought you were gonna go out like I thought would have been successful. Start kissing them, like full mouth, open mouth kissing.
That is another. So sexually assault them.
Right. Right. I mean, you're being assaulted, so it's like what?
So why not step it up?
Right. Just open mouth kissing and be really into it.
You're gonna assault me. I'm gonna sexually assault you.
Be really into it too. Just be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're touching me right now.
I definitely don't think they would see that coming.
Exactly. They would have no idea. And I can almost guarantee they would never touch you again.
They would not expect rape. I don't think that is not. Be like, what are you doing? Raping you? Like,
I'm so glad you're touching me because I've been so hot for you for so long.
Right. But that is another viable. Yeah, that's another, because it'd be like, because it's because that's how ridiculous they are. And
exactly.
So that's if you're like in an immediate situation and you don't have Krav Maga,
Krav Maga.
You just do like a throat punch, like strike, or like
just four-fingered palm.
Boom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just crush the trachea. Yeah, exactly. Like pop. Like, I don't know. No one. Who saw it? No, anyone say anything?
It was so fast. It moved like lightning.
He had a self-crushing trachea. Who was to see that?
Everyone was kung fu fighting.
It was a genetic thing.
All right. What else are we talking about? No, refrigerator. Avocado. I don't know. I don't have any weird stuff in my refrigerator. You're not even supposed to put avocados in the refrigerator. That's why I thought it was weird. You know what I mean? You're supposed to keep them in the pantry. But
there's lots of stuff in our refrigerator that's not food.
Oh.
So that
example, like sex toys and shit, or
the freezer. What kind of sex?
I know people who put their their stainless steel sex toys in the freezer
because they want to it
increases sensation.
Okay, not my thing. Noted.
Just saying. You can put a stainless steel dildo in your freezer, and Salman's laughing because he knows this is about him.
You can. Wow, way to out. Something. Wow, I'm so sorry. That was very rude of Fangford. Let me apologize on my behalf for him.
Oh Lordy.
For me, it's not quite so. It's not even sexual. It's more of devices to wear that cool human beings down.
Oh sure, yeah. Well, I have those too. That's fair.
So, but like the ice rings, go around where it's like, and those kind of things. So
we have those.
Because those are things where like someone will be like, "What is this?" And it's like, unless you like know what it is, it's kind of like you have like hoops and like ice hats, and
thinking about it, we have actually those it's like a buckwheat neck pillow. You're supposed to put it on, and you can do cold or hot with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's cold, and you can put it on, and it helps Well, actually, neck muscles, but yeah.
Yeah, I forgot, like Drew Barrymore. She was on one of the talk shows, and she was like wearing one of those
So
cooling
hot.
rings.
Oh
and
my
they had
God.
it. She's like, "Oh my God, I go everywhere with it."
The cooling
And
ring.
she's,
Love
just
the
like, "Listen,
cooling
don't,"
ring.
like, hey, if it works.
It's right after she bought some of Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina cream or whatever that stuff.
Well, you mean her entire grifting industry that she's created? I mean, well, she's not the industry, but she's a big part of the
Of the yes,
like, yeah, the wellness
yes,
grift. I mean, but she's like at the highest end. She is like, buy a candle that is in the scent of my
Right.
vagina,
right.
and people are like, yes, here
I
are
will buy
several
that.
$100s.
Yes, because I would love to
I mean,
smell your vagina.
She's on Scientology level crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
in terms
on
of
an
people who are
MLM,
willing
she
to
is the peak of the
give
pyramid.
money.
She's the peak of the pyramid. Yes,
Absolutely.
no question.
Because at least with an MLM, people think they're going to get. This is.
I recently
nuts.
came across my streaming feed. I saw some clips recently from Shakespeare in Love. Remember that movie that she was in? She was actually quite good in that movie.
Oh,
This is
none of
pre-vagina
this is
candle
altered-
though. It's pre-vagina
I
candle.
have no. I am in no way. Speaking of Gwyneth
Yeah.
Paltrow's acting, I was.
Yeah.
It was not until she became a businesswoman that was selling very
Yeah.
odd things for lots and lots of money and called her site Goop.
Goop, right? And the news is
that's
right.
when I began to be like, what's going on with
She
Gwyneth?
was very good in Iron Man too, so that was true. She was very good in Iron Man. Mm-hmm.
She was very good in sliding doors.
Pepper
I think.
Potts. Mrs.
Um,
Potts.
Yeah, but those were I mean, that's as far as like Gwyneth Paltrow's. But yeah, Shakespeare in Love, very good Gwyneth Paltrow role.
Yeah.
I do not count her performance in Iron Man. As even-
Not Oscar worthy.
What is she? Is she Pepper? What is her?
Pepper Potts.
Pepper
Yes.
Pepper Potts.
Pepper
Yes,
Potts,
Pepper Potts. Yeah. That is not as
Miss Potts. Mm-hmm.
but
Very good chemistry with RDJ.
who's gonna be Doctor Doom now?
I know. I don't know how I feel about all this. I can't talk
I
about
don't-
that right now.
I
I
definitely don't
cannot
know.
talk about that right now. I cannot.
I don't. I can't even.
I'm still
I can't even.
processing. I can't. I just.
Still processing.
I know.
All right. Well,
Now, now we're leaving
everybody-
on. I'm upset. We're leaving on a bad note, but that's okay.
no. We are not. But listen, I struck a nerve for a sensitive
did.
subject.
You did. It's
Um,
Reed Richards
so-
and Doctor Doom who are the link, not
What-
Tony Stark and Doctor Doom. Like I just can't.
Why don't you take out Spock and Kirk?
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, they're here.
and just
I
hold
have
them, and just
Oh,
there you go.
oh.
See, you have them. They can't take that away from you. Okay,
You
feeling better? don't sing.
All right, thank you.
Feel
No,
better
this
about
was a great idea. I do feel better because they bring me comfort because they are as they
They are wise
yes, and they are as it works
They-
as intended, not
as
Right.
osmosis.
Like-
right, exactly.
like I wouldn't cast Spock as Khan. You know what I mean? It's like it just
Right. No, don't go back there. You're gonna
just-
need them again.
I know it's
don't-
true.
don't-
I'm gonna. They're back.
We're not gonna talk about
Yay!
it. The
Happiness.
idea was to switch the vibe.
Yay, Happiness.
okay?
It's true. All right, we should go.
Yeah,
we
yes,
kept people a long time.
Didn't want to end on a negative.
I know,
vibe.
and I appreciate you did help me out on that. Actually, that's fantastic. So our question link's below Green Pants there. So click that if you're on Twitch, and you will see the link to
Please.
our question form, and that's how we get our questions. So submit some questions, and we will answer them live on the show. There you go. And I hope
like we just did.
like we just did. Hopefully, we provide some good help today. So that's it. We'll catch you next Tuesday
Until
at
next week.
9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And
shall be
until
here.
then, I shall be as well. Until then, remember that we are here to help.
Right.
So thank you
We're
all.
always here to
Thank
help.
you guys for coming. Good seeing all our friends today.
Good night.
Goodbye, friends. Good
Thank
night. Thank
you.
you for coming. Goodbye. We love you.